Time to film another fun YouTube video. Let me just tidy things up here. Let's make sure all the yarn is organized. And let's turn all the lights on. Alright, and I think that's about everything. Wait a second. Wasn't there something up here? Huh, well, that's kind of weird. Oh, I should probably get my prep list together before I start filming here. Whoops, dropped my pencil. Okay, I guess I'll just set my camera up here. Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Morgan and I'm the maker behind LA Crochet. I hope you enjoyed that special little intro. It was produced by the one and only Suspicious Chick. In case you missed it, we do have a new peanut gallery. My newest pattern, the Suspicious Bird Bundle, which at the time you guys are watching this video is currently out now on my Etsy. I will give you a closer look at all of those very interesting looking fellas up there. But guys, in today's video, we are prepping for our next Palm Street Live. And this is also going to be a full Palm Street recap video as well. So for those of you who don't know, Palm Street is basically a live selling platform. I do lives on there. You can do auctions and just kind of sell things outright. And that is primarily where I do most of my physical plushie sales. So my next Palm Street Live is actually this Friday, the 13th. Dun dun dun. I didn't plan it that way. It just kind of happened. By the way, did you guys notice that there's a Friday the 13th in February and March? Normally I do my Palm Street Lives on Saturdays at 3, kind of in the afternoon, but I wanted to do something a little different this time. We've done one after hours live before and it was a ton of fun. So we're going to do another one this Friday. It's going to be at 7 p.m. so it's going to be dark. We're going to have our disco ball. Before we get into it though, be sure that you like this video and subscribe or else you will face judgment by the suspicious birds. And of course you can check out my Instagram, my Etsy, and my Palm Street linked in the description. All right, so first let me show you guys all of the inventory that I already have for my market this weekend. So of course we are going to have some suspicious birds at the live. And like I said before, if you were not aware, this is my newest pattern, the Suspicious Bird Bundle. It is a 6-in-1 pattern bundle. So you get instructions on how to make all of these variations, including the eagle, chick, chicken, pigeon, mallard, and flamingo. And let me just give you guys a closer look at all of these just interesting looking fellas. The way that I sew the eyes on, you can manipulate the eyelids a little bit. So this one kind of has a funny look to it, but if we just pull that down, make it a little bit more symmetrical, he looks more suspicious like all of the other birds. So I'm planning on having all of these guys available at the Palm Street Live, and also my live day is the same day that this pattern is releasing. So it's also going to be like a suspicious bird pattern release party basically. So I'm gonna have the pattern available there as well. And of course, some of the plushies for the first time. The only one I think that I'm not going to be selling is Suspicious Chick. He was the OG, the very first one that I ever made and the one that kind of inspired the whole flock. I have a very deep emotional attachment to Suspicious Chick, so we're gonna hold on to him probably for forever because I love him. Not that I don't love the rest of you guys. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have said that. That's the thing. Ever since I've made all of these and I kind of walk into the room this morning, they're all just staring at me and their eyes definitely follow you. Anyway, moving on to the other things that I've made so far. So I've made 2 more fuzzy weighted mushy boys. I had these available for my last Palm Street Live and everybody loved them so much. So I decided we needed to make a few more of them. I have one in the gray color and then this one in the pink color. They are totally full of weighted pellets. There's not any bit of polyfill in there. I also, for the very first time, made this fuzzy and weighted axolotl. So this pattern was by Chonky Crochet on Instagram. I'll have everything linked below for you guys. And this pattern is by Crochet by Jenna. It is the no-sew axolotl tutorial she has up on her channel. And this is the first time I've ever put weighted pellets in it. So I thought that was kind of fun to make. And then to continue on with the fuzzy weighted kick that I was on, I made a sitting pup. So this pattern is my own pattern. This is the sitting pup pattern that's included in the Spooky Pup and the Christmas Pup bundle patterns. So I decided to just make one without any accessories since we're not really in any of those holidays right now, but the whole body has weighted pellets in it. I made him in this cute little yellow color because I figured he kind of looked like a golden retriever. I tried out 16mm eyes, but I ended up going with these 12s because I thought that it was more proportional and kind of fit the overall style. But I'm really excited because this is the first time I've ever had a fuzzy weighted pop at any of my lives. And then finally, we have one more mushy boy. So this one was specifically requested by someone at my last live. They asked if I could add a little booty to the back. So of course I had to oblige and we gave this one a fun little booty. Honestly, I can't believe I haven't done that yet before, but this is following the same pattern as this one. Another plushie that I've made really good progress on is of course Larry the land turtle. I just need to finish his head. I usually try to have as many of my own patterns at my Palm Street lives as possible, so of course I had to bring little Larry the land turtle back. He is completely no-sew, you guys. How cool is that? It took me forever to figure out how to make this pattern no-sew, but once I finally figured it out, it was like the clouds parted. I think that this is probably the pattern that when designing it, I frogged it the most. I think I frogged this like easily 12 different times, but it was so worth it. I had wanted to make a standing turtle pattern for the longest time because I feel like there are a lot of sea turtle patterns out there, but not so many standing turtles. And the fact that he's no-sew is just icing on the cake. And this is one of my favorite color combos to do with Larry. So this is Emerald Parfait Chunky, and this I believe is Chocolate. Chocolate! And I always like to do synchro eyes with Larry. So for this one, we are going to be doing these beautiful eyes. These are 30mm Iris Skies, and these are by Noelle Crochets. I got them actually from her Palm Street live, so I thought it was perfect to use them for my Palm Street live for this plushie I'm going to have. Larry always looks totally fabulous with synchro eyes. Something else that I wanted to do with this version of Larry was actually add some sunflower petals to the edge of his shell. I've never done that before, so I'm really excited to see how it ends up looking. And to do that, I'm just going to use that tutorial that I found on YouTube. I can link it below for you guys if you would like, but it's the one that I've always used before whenever I was adding the sunflower petals to any of the sea turtles that I made in the past. All right, that's about what he will look like. Let me finish up the head and get these synchro eyes in place. This synchro eye tool that I got from What's Up Cupcake was an absolute game changer. It always works. Before, I would always try to install my synchro eyes using a hammer, which was rather precarious, as you can probably imagine. Miraculously, I never smashed my fingers, but honestly, it was only a matter of time. But with this, you just kind of get the back in place and then body slam it a little bit. And voila, we have our synchro eyes in place. I think this kind of purplish color is really pretty with the rest of the colors on this plushie. All right, we have fully finished Larry. I love these eyes. This color palette looks so cute. I added blush underneath both of the eyes, and then we also did a fun little smile in the middle there. So like I said, the last thing that I'm going to do is add sunflower petals all the way around the edge of his shell. I've never done that before, but I'm thinking that it should look pretty cute. I'm going to be using Parfait Chunky in the shade Sunshine for the petals, and I looked up that video. It is by Rose and Lily Crochet. That's like the tutorial that teaches you how to add the sunflower petals to the edge of the turtle. I'm going to start from the edge of the head because of course on Larry, his head is like attached directly to the back of the shell, so it doesn't make sense to try to get in there and add some sunflower petals there. So we're just going to start on the one side and then work our way all the way around until we reach the edge of the other side. Okay, that is what the first petal is looking like. I think it's super cute. I really like kind of how, oh, you guys are really far down here. I really like the lighter color. I think it's a nice contrast to the rest of the colors that we use with this Larry. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of it and then we will see how he looks. Guys, I am obsessed. Look at how he turned out. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I love that sunflower petal detailing with those eyes, the purple and the yellow of the petals. It just looks so cute. For a while now, I've wanted to do like a mod Larry the land turtle pack. Actually like a hamburger Larry, which we will talk more about in just a little bit because I'm actually designing my next pattern today. And it's going to be hopefully hamburger related. It's like maybe 30 to 40% done, so I'm hoping that it turns out the way that I want it to. But if all goes well, perhaps we will make a hamburger Larry here soon. Oh my gosh, one final look at him. He's so, so cute. If you saw last week's video, we are currently dog sitting and she's right outside. She's just the sweetest, you guys. She's such a cuddle bug. Whenever I sit on the couch, she takes her head and just like nuzzles it in my lap. It's adorable. And she's done really, really well in the craft room. Like she will go up to my little yarn skeins on the floor and she'll just sniff them. She won't like chew at them or anything. So she's done really well. Normally I put my finished plushies on the couch back there, but I don't want to tempt her with them. So I'm probably going to put him on the yarn shelf with all of the rest of the ones that I've made so far. I put him right up there, just in the corner up there. So I did make a list of kind of like inspo ideas that I thought would be fun to have at this Palm Street Live. Of course, there is absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to get to everything on this list. There's a ton on here, but I can officially cross Sunflower Larry off the list, and that's exactly what I wrote down right there, Sunflower Larry. Some of the other things on this list that I'm really hoping to get to are a calico cat. I've never made a calico cat that wasn't like a custom order for somebody, and I would love to make a jumbo suspicious chicken. That would be absolutely amazing. But the next thing that we are going to work on today is my grape fruit hat cow. So of course this is my own pattern, and I have had a few of these fruit hats in my whip cart for a really long time now. I've been wanting to make kind of like themed cows that could go along with them. So I thought it'd be really cute to do a white and then light purple one. That way the ears are going to be in the light purple color too. And when they stick out of the hat, because this is the darker color purple, there's going to be a nice contrast to it. And I'm also going to use purple sinker eyes for this as well. So I'm really excited to see how it all turns out. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of the head, the ears, add the sinker eyes, and then we will get the final look and see how everything looks together. By the way, all of the patterns that you see of mine in this video can be found on my Etsy, which I'll link in the description for you guys below.
Sally! Hi, Sally. Sally, say hi to everybody. You want to say hi?
She's doing very, very well. I have a lot of yarn on the floor and she just likes to kind of look at it and sniff it. She's so sweet.
And I just finished the grapefruit hat cow. Look how cute. I love how it looks with the purple eyes, the lighter color for the ears, and then so that is what it looks like with the hat on it. Oh my gosh, as I was showing it to you guys, I still need to add the tail on the back. Now I'm remembering. That is one of the things that I always would forget to do, is add the little tail on the back, and then I'd be looking at them later like, oh my gosh, you need a tail. So I'm gonna put that on later, but there are all the spots on the back, his cute little hooves, his little snout, so cute. I haven't had a sitting fruit hat cow in quite a while, so I'm excited to have this little guy for this weekend. Okay, so with that done, the last thing that I'm going to do for today is actually work on my next pattern design. And at the time you guys are watching this video, the pattern has already been announced, but I'm currently in the process of designing it and I'm hoping that it works out okay. But the pattern that I am going for is Hammy the Burger. That is like my preliminary name for it. So it is going to be a pig with the body of a hamburger. So this is what it's looking like currently. We've got our 4 legs, and I also have the little tail coming out of the back there. We have the hamburger, and then also this is the cheese, which I really like the way that this is turning out. It looks like a square on the side. So it looks like somebody put a square of cheese actually on the hamburger. And I'm thinking that I am going to do like a double-decker hamburger to take care of some of the color changes here. So I'm going to do another few rounds for the brown, the meat, and then we're gonna go into the lettuce and tomato and then finish up with the bun. And then I am thinking I will just make the head totally separately and then sew that up front on the front of the hamburger, if that makes sense. Originally, I was wondering if I could make it no-sew, kind of like Larry, but then I realized the reason that Larry works is because of like the shape of the head and the neck that comes out is kind of tubular, but with the pig, it would definitely need to be a lot bigger. So I decided we're just going to sew the head on the side, and I think that'll allow us to get a cuter head shape in and of itself. So that is what we're doing for the rest of the day. I've been wanting to make another like food food crochet related item for a while now. The last one, well, the big one that I did, of course, was Hot Dog Pup. Fruit Hat Cow kind of works for that. Fruit Hat Duckies a little bit, but I really like the idea of making an animal where the body is like actually a food item, and I haven't done a hamburger yet, so we are going to try out Hammy the burger. I also thought it was perfect because hamburger, like pig. So I am going to get to work on this for the rest of the day, and then hopefully I will check back in with you guys tomorrow with a finished, at least prototype for this pattern. My desk is an absolute mess. That always happens whenever I am pattern designing. I literally have random balls of yarn like all over the place. I wanted to give you guys an update on everything that has happened since last night. I've been doing a lot of pattern designing, and during the YouTube live, I was able to make some really great progress. So I decided to make a Feels Like Bliss chick. So this is just going to be the chick body based off of my cowboy chick pattern, and we're doing it with the fuzzy yarn. I'm going to need to put a lot of weighted pellets in the body here. I forgot to silence my phone. Everything is fine. So I'm going to try to finish this later on today. I think it's going to look really cute. I just need to decide, do I want to use like plain safety eyes, or do I want to use sinker eyes like the original pattern? I feel like probably safety eyes because those tend to look really cute with this fuzzy yarn that we're using here. But now what I really wanted to show you guys today. So last night I was working on the pig's head, and I have the little prototype right here. It's okay. I don't know. There's something about it that I'm like, that's not quite what I'm going for. And then if I hold it up to the hamburger body, that is what it's looking like, and I'm just not vibing, you guys. I don't know why. I can't explain it. It's just not what I'm going for. So I kind of decided to scrap that idea, and instead today I have been working on developing a cow head. So when we line that up with the body, I don't know, there's something about the shape of the head, maybe it's the proportions and everything, that just looks a lot better to me. But as of right now, this is the prototype, and I think it'll look a lot better when it's actually in like traditional cow colors. So once I do black and white, I also might do brown and white. I thought that might look nice with the hamburger body. Of course, the tail will definitely need to be changed. We can't have a pigtail and then a cow head. So this will definitely be the prototype, because you really can't get more prototypey than that. And I was sitting here thinking, instead of Hammy the burger, we can either name him Moo Burger or Cow Burger. I just need to decide. I was looking online and I can't find any patterns that are named either, so I think both options are available to me. I do think I'm liking Moo Burger a little bit better though, but I also might do a poll for my Patreon members and let them decide, because I feel like Moo Burger or Cow Burger could work really well. I don't know. But yeah, so just wanted to come on and give you guys the quick little pattern writing update as well as the market prep update. So for the rest of the day, I'm going to finish writing this pattern and hopefully finalizing it for the most part. And then with whatever time I have left, I'll finish the cowboy chick, and then we'll move on to any of the other things on the list. This is very representative of the pattern writing process as a whole, just entirely changing the animal that you are doing midway through. Also, this is so random, you guys, but the reel that I posted with the suspicious birds the other day now has over 100,000 views on Instagram, and I'm very proud of them. It's officially happening. The sus birds are taking over the world. You guys, I am so excited. So today is Friday the 13th, which sounds very daunting, but today is the release of the Suspicious Bird bundle. So it's actually very fitting if you think about it. And today, to celebrate the pattern release, I have right by my side the little suspicious bird that started it all, Suspicious Chick. Today has been absolutely insane. The pattern's only been released for a few hours, and like the amount of love that I have received with this pattern is like literally insane. I knew that people were excited for these kind of creepy little fellas, but I did not think that people would be this excited. So it's just been really, really funny seeing everybody's suspicious birds and all of the support for this pattern. So if you got the pattern, if you posted about the pattern, thank you guys so much. Of course, the other very fun thing that we have going on today is the Palm Street Live. So I have made very, very good progress. Of course, I'm going to have all of the suspicious bird variations available.
Rah, jump scare.
Guys, that was not nice. So I love Suspicious Chick, but there's something about this chicken and and this pigeon that are just singing to me. So all of the suspicious birds are going to be available tonight during the live, which I'm really excited about. This is the first time that they are ever going to grace the world with their presence. All of them with the exception of Suspicious Chick. I have formed a very deep emotional connection. Wait. I have formed a bond with Suspicious Chick. He's the one that started it all, so I think I'm going to keep him. He's the OG. He's the one that inspired all of the other birds, so he's not going to be available during the Palm Tree Live, but all of the other ones will be, so I'm really excited for that. Of course, this is also going to be an after hours live, which is something that we don't normally do. Normally we do Saturday at 3. Tonight we're doing Friday at 7. Getting crazy. So it's gonna be kind of like a pattern release party today. I don't know why I'm doing this with the birds, but oh my gosh, it's actually kind of terrifying. So of course, when I left off with you guys, I was in the process of writing my next pattern simultaneously. So I'm very excited to share with you guys that I did finish the design of this pattern. Move aside, Suspicious Chick, because our newest pattern is here. You guys, presenting for the very first time, the cow burger. How cute is this little cow burger? Oh my gosh, you guys. So I've wanted to make a food themed pattern again for the longest time. Of course, I have Hot Dog Pup, I have Taco Cat. I have been itching to make a hamburger, and I don't know why, but here we are. So the road to cow burger was not a straight one. There were a lot of twists and turns and things, which is evidenced by my prototype here. We have a hybrid prototype because I decided to switch the animal halfway through. So I am presenting to you guys the cow pig burger. Originally, of course, it was supposed to be a pig, and that's why we have the little tail here. And then halfway through, I decided I wanted it to be a cow instead. So then I gave it the head of a cow. It's got the colors of a pig and the pigtail. So this is going to be auctioned tonight starting at $1, of course, because it is the prototype. So yes, we are going to have the prototype available tonight, our fun little guy here. Look at that tail. And then we are also going to have the final version available tonight. If you are watching this and you, wait, okay, yes, sorry, I had to consult with my calendar to make sure when this video came out it was aligning correctly. If you are watching this and you would like to test the cow burger, all of my level 3 Patreon members are able to test this guy. The pattern will release on February 25th, so on Wednesday. So at the time you're watching this video, you still have plenty of time to test it if you would like to. I always love to try to line things up so that I can do a pattern reveal during all of my Palm Street lives. So I'm excited that tonight we are going to be able to do the cow burger. I've also been able to make a few more plushies in addition to finishing that pattern design. I think I shared this with you guys before. The grape cow, so cute, and you will be pleased to know that I did add the tail on the back of it. A lot of time passed where I didn't, and I was worried I was gonna forget about it, but I did not. He has a tail now. And then guys, look at how cute this is that I made. So the other night during my YouTube live, we started making a Feels Like Bliss fuzzy weighted chick, and yesterday I finished him. Look at how cute he is. Oh my goodness, you guys. I love making larger sized Feels Like Bliss items. The only problem is this yarn, which is a bit temperamental, so it typically takes a really long time, but I was able to finish this guy. The whole bottom here, oh, I gotta give the spank test for you guys. Listen to the spanks. Ain't she a beauty? The whole bottom of the body, so from there to there, is completely filled with weighted pellets. It's a very big pouch. And then the head has just like regular polyfill in it. Guys, I love him so much. He's so cute. He's so fun. And somebody mentioned last night, because we did like a Patreon live last night, because I revealed to them cow burger for the first time. Somebody was saying that this reminds them of like a Easter pattern. I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a cute idea. It definitely is giving Easter vibes. And then the last thing that I was able to get done was, and I've wanted to make this for a while now, and I can't believe I haven't, just like a traditional calico cat. I don't think I've ever made a calico cat that wasn't a custom for somebody else. And it's been a really long time since I've made a loaf cat. I was definitely itching to make one. So there's my little, oh my goodness. There's my little calico cat, you guys. So for the rest of today, what we have to do is make listings for all of these plushies that we have, which honestly, I'm probably going to do that now just to make sure that my ducks are in as much of a row as they can be. I'm also going to make a little list for myself so that I know what order we're going to be going into tonight. I don't know why, but I always like write out the order that I'm going to go in for the live. I find if I don't do that, I get very distracted because it is live. And then once all of that is done, I can then just kind of dedicate the rest of the day to making anything else that I'm able to. And my current whip right now is a jumbo suspicious chicken, and I am so excited to finish this guy. I really want to finish it by tonight, and it's like 12:30 right now, so I should be able to. Of course, we still have the pup, so I'm going to need some time to walk her and things and then eat dinner before the live, but we should be able to do it. I really want to have a jumbo suspicious chick tonight. So you guys, I am going to get to work on all of those things, and then I will check back in with you in a little bit. I have someone very important I would like to introduce you to. Jumbo suspicious chicken. Ah! He is so cute. Look at him. Wait, let me fix his eye. Look at him. He is so cute and so suspicious looking. You guys, the size is absolutely perfect. Wait, let me bring you guys down just a little bit. I mean, come on. This is like, I think this is going to be like the showstopper piece at the very end. Well, I guess the finale is going to be revealing the pattern, but this will be like the big kahuna, I guess, at the very end. This is the only jumbo plushie that I have available today, so I'm very excited. He turned out exactly as I wanted. Actually, you guys, I'm gonna head out. Suspicious Chicken, he's got the rest of this video. Seriously, so in love, you guys. Oh my gosh. So I went on and made all of the listings for tonight's live. I'm gonna hold him like a baby. I have also planned out the order of everything, and I will pop that on the screen for you guys. I actually might switch some things around. I do, of course, have to add Jumbo Chicken here because he's not on the list yet. But as it stands right now, I have all of the suspicious birds at the very end. I'm kind of wondering if I should sprinkle some of them in towards like the beginning and the middle, and then finish with like, I don't know, maybe like chicken and pigeon or something like that. So I might move around the order a little bit, but this is very like typical of how I like to do things. I typically like to kind of sprinkle patterns in between the like auctions. And something else that I really like to do, so if I have a physical version of my pattern like Suspicious Chick or like Fruit Hack Cow or Larry, after we auction the physical item, I will then pin the pattern, and that basically just brings the listing to the bottom of the screen. So if anybody wants the pattern, they just have to hit the button and then they're good to go. And that way people can actually see like the physical version of the pattern that they're getting. So with the addition of Jumbo Chicken, we have 18 plushies available today. And you can see here too, like these are all of the starting prices that I'm thinking. I found that, so when I'm actually in the Palm Street Live, sometimes I'll start it for like a little bit lower, or sometimes I will just put what I have listed on here. I found that it's a lot easier for me to price things when I'm doing a Palm Street Live versus like an in-person market, just because there's a lot more wiggle room when you're doing an auction. Like you can start it a little bit lower and then like some of that ground is kind of made up, so it's a lot less stressful. But yeah, I am pretty much good to go, you guys. It's almost 5 o'clock right now, so we still have 2 hours. I do still need to eat dinner, and I also need to make the listing for this guy. I'm gonna try to film some parts of tonight's live, and it's just gonna have to have different audio for YouTube because YouTube will not like the music that I play during the lives, because I play whatever music I want. Typically it's like silly music, but either way it is like not able to be played on YouTube. So maybe I'll play like, I don't know, elevator music or just our typical like vlog type music behind that part. But I'm gonna try to get some of the hopefully more fun times on camera for you guys. Maybe like some of the suspicious birds or the reveal of the hamburger and things like that. Hopefully some dance parties too. It'll be nighttime, so it'll be very fun. Alrighty, you guys, it's currently about 6:50, so we are about 10 minutes from the start of the live. Before we started, I just wanted to get one final look at all of our inventory that we have for this one. Looking at it, everything looks so fun, very colorful. I actually have more than I thought that I did. And I think we have a pretty nice like array of different plushies here of like different sizes and everything. I will say though, we definitely have a higher ratio of suspicious animals than normal. That jumbo suspicious chicken is taking me out right now, you guys. He looks so funny with all of them. And in case you're wondering, this is what the dance parties are going to look like. But alrighty, so this is the setup for the live. I brought my chair over so I can just grab them as we go. Everything is fully set up. I've got my list here. I've got my playlist of Disney Channel 2000s nostalgia music queued up here. And throughout the live, like I said, I will try to start the camera to hopefully capture some of the fun moments. Oh, and of course I do have my sidekick here. He will not be involved in the live. He's going to be my co-host. Alright guys, let us do our market recap. Today is actually Monday. I took a much needed weekend off. I was getting a little bit burnt out. I could not imagine why. And originally I was like, oh yeah, I'll ship everything on Monday. No, I remembered that today is President's Day. There was one time I forgot about one of the holidays and that the postal service was closed. And I had already printed out the label and then I realized, oh, the post office is closed. So just a PSA reminder, remember to check the date and make sure that it is not a federal holiday before you print out your shipping labels. So let's chat about Friday. You guys, it was so much fun. Dance parties at night. We were listening to a 2000s Disney Channel nostalgic playlist. There was a lot of High School Musical, Hannah Montana, Cheetah Girls. It was a lot of fun. And of course, this was our first time ever releasing some of these suspicious birds out into the world. So let me show you guys everything that sold, and there were also a few items that unfortunately did not sell, and I am genuinely scared because they're a little bit upset about it. So you guys, this is everything that sold. I am always so blown away. Oh my goodness. If you were watching this and you were at my Palm Street live, thank you so much for coming. So all of these lovely plushies ended up selling. I did kind of like segment them off just so I could like mentally know all of the orders, which is something I don't typically do, but I think I do like that method. So here somebody got the fuzzy weighted axolotl. Somebody also, oh my gosh, shout out Olivia, got our cute little Feels Like Bliss fuzzy chick here. I love that plushie so much, you guys. Oh my goodness. We also sold, of course, the pink fuzzy weighted mushy boy. And then coming over here, we sold this one as well. So cute. Shout out Nancy. Nancy was the MVP of this market, you guys. So I did do the pattern reveal and we auctioned this guy off for the very first time for the cow burger. Nancy ended up getting him. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just posted the tester call on my Instagram. I like to do like a little mini one. Everybody's so excited about it. So I really can't wait for this pattern. The suspicious birds are gonna have to be okay with another pattern kind of taking the spotlight here. Nancy also got these 3 suspicious birds, you guys. So she got the eagle, the pigeon, which honestly the pigeon is iconic, and then also the flamingo. And she did end up getting the booty mushy boy too. And then shout out Evelyn. Evelyn got our cute little Feels Like Bliss weighted capybara. She also got the little calico cat. I have been calling this a tabby cat and I have no idea why. This is definitely a calico cat and I just don't know my cats apparently. And then she also got the cute little Feels Like Bliss pup. Our fun little sunflower Larry sold after the live. Shout out Julia. Julia got the grape fruit hat cow. And then, oh my gosh, you guys, I was really shocked by this. There was a little bit of a bidding war that ensued for our cow pig burger, which I was very surprised about because obviously he is very interesting, little hybrid here. But everybody got really excited over him. Maybe kind of the story of how he came to be. Also, these eyes are pretty cool too. I definitely want to use these in a future pattern. So yes, here are all of the plushies. So there are 9 individual orders here total. So that's how many boxes we are going to be taking to the post office tomorrow, which is pretty manageable. I also don't have any jumbo plushies here, so we shouldn't have any giant boxes, especially like last time. Last time we had the giant splitting penguin and that box was absolutely huge. So now, of course, it is time to share with you guys the few items that did not sell. So we did have 3 items at this market that didn't sell. Of course, Suspicious Chick does not count because he was not for sale, but I am very surprised by this one. Nobody got the Suspicious Chicken and nobody got the Suspicious Mallard. I always thought that the Suspicious Chicken, he was one of my favorites. He looks particularly suspicious, but at this point I'm a little bit scared because I walk in every day to that. We're gonna have like an angry pink dino situation on our hand, and I feel like Suspicious Mallard, he just kind of looks sad over the whole situation. And then our jumbo Suspicious Chicken didn't sell either, which I am not surprised over because he was the largest plushie of the bunch, so of course he was the most expensive. And then I think we also had maybe like 6 or 7 pattern sales. I'm sorry, that was just terrible. No, but genuinely though, there were either like 6 or 7 pattern sales at this live. Most of them were for the Suspicious Bird, so hopefully that brings some comfort to Suspicious Chicken and Mallard. So you guys might be wondering what the results of this live were. A few times I've made videos like these and I haven't mentioned that, and I feel like some people get a little bit upset over that, so I'm sorry I've forgotten to include that in the past. I don't mean to leave you on a cliffhanger, so let me make sure that I include that in this video. So in total, I believe we had 18 items for sale and we sold 15 of them, and then I think I also have like 20 maybe like 27 different patterns available on there, and like I said, about 6 or 7 of those sold. We went live for about an hour and a half and there were 22 orders total. Oh wait, we can do the math. Okay, so there were 7 patterns that sold because there were 15 plushies, 7 patterns. We had 98 bookmarks before we started, which, oh guys, we were so close. If we got over 100, we would have done like some more $1 starting bids and giveaways, but that is totally okay. Hopefully we'll be able to do some next time. If you are watching this, my next live is already booked. It's scheduled for February 28th, and I think we already have like 70 something bookmarks for that, so we should be able to hit that hopefully in time. But if you are watching this, make sure you bookmark that so we can do some more $1 starting bids and some giveaways. There were 137 total views and 394 comments, which was amazing. So we paid $22.94 in processing fees, $27.29 in selling fees. So our grand total for this little fun after hours Palm Street Live was $414.40. That is incredible. Again, if you're watching this and you came and hung out at the live, thank you so much for all of your support. I cannot wait to ship out all of these plushies to you guys, and I'm especially excited because of course our first batch of Suspicious Birds are officially going out into the world. They are gracing the world with their presence, which is very exciting. But anyway guys, that brings us to the end of this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching and for coming along as we prepped and then recapped the results of this live. In next week's video, gosh, you guys, I've been wanting to do this project for forever and I'm really hoping that now is the time. So I'm going to try my very best for next week's video to be a fun surprise project. We'll see if it actually happens though. As always, if you were crocheting while watching this video, let all of us know what you were making in the comments. And of course, if you want to make a Suspicious Bird, the pattern of course is officially available on my Etsy, linked in the description below. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and I will see you in next week's video. Bye!